Stories are why we keep coming back to consoles. Some titles tell a tale through dialogue and cutscenes, others let the systems carry the weight. On PlayStation, the best single-player experiences blend performance, direction, and design, so the moment lands like a scene in a film, but you're the one moving the camera. Today, we're counting down 10 narrative-driven experiences you should play or replay. Emotional heavy hitters, cinematic thrill rides, and character journeys that stick. For each pick, I'll explain what it delivers, how it plays, why it matters now, and the best way to experience it for maximum impact. Let's start. (10) Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What it delivers? A sprawling remake that reimagines a beloved epic, sweeping themes, cinematic set pieces, and character work that both honors and expands the original. How it plays? Combat blends real-time action with strategic pauses. Exploration alternates between intimate towns and vast, story-dense zones. The writing treats each party member as an individual with clear wants and fragile moments, and the camera often cuts to close-ups that read like filmed acting. Why it matters now? Rebirth rescues old moments and recasts them with modern performance capture and pacing. Long scenes breathe, and familiar beats gain new weight. Best way to experience? Use the highest fidelity setting your system allows, play with surround sound, and let long stretches run without interruption, so emotional arcs don't get chopped.
Well now,
9. Persona 5 Royal. What it delivers? A character-first Japanese RPG that stages adolescence as a stylish, theatrical heist drama. How it plays? Social simulation during the day, heist-style dungeon sessions at night. Narrative momentum comes from relationship beats. Each confidant reveals a mini novella of personality. Visual direction is bold and graphic. Scenes are edited like hip anime sequences. Why it matters now? Persona's writing rewards slow immersion. The more time you invest, the richer the payoff. The Royal Edition's extras deepen character arcs and make replays reveal different emotional colors. Best way to experience? Commit to long play sessions and keep a notepad for character threats. It's a slow burn that blossoms.
Get it, Joker!
The shadows are ready to kill. Be careful, Joker.
8. Bloodborne. What it delivers? Gothic atmosphere and story told by environment, implication, and player discovery. How it plays? Combat is aggressive and precise. Narrative is cryptic. Lore is hidden in item descriptions, level design, and the reactions of the world. The city itself is the storyteller, stitched together through architecture and incidental moments. Why it matters now? Bloodborne's storytelling rewards curiosity. Returning after a first run illuminates the connections you missed. Each death, each relic, reframes the meaning of what you found. Best way you experience? Play in a quiet room, pause to read descriptions, and treat exploration like archaeology. The story reveals itself slowly. 7. Death Stranding 2. What it delivers? An auteur's essay about human connection staged as a walking simulator crossed with light action. How it plays? Traversal is central, pacing is meditative, and often interrupted by bursts of strange set pieces. The narrative uses long monologues, performance capture, and a tonal score to build emotional resonance. Player choices are less about branching outcomes and more about how you inhabit the protagonist's loneliness and obligations. Why it matters now? The sequel refines the original's ideas, less abstract, more focused scenes, and heightened emotional clarity. It's a story you feel in your body while you move across its world. Best way to experience? Use headphones for binaural moments, leave distractions off, and let long delivery scenes play without skipping.
Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over.
6. Horizon Zero Dawn. What it delivers? An origin story in a sunlit, ruined world. Tribal culture meets gleaming machine fauna. A mystery drives everything forward. How it plays? Hunting is a systems puzzle. Exploration reveals settlements and buried history. narrative pacing alternates small human vignettes with large mythic reveals. The protagonist's emotional arc is anchored by terse, believable performances and environmental storytelling. Why it matters now? Its world building sets a high bar. Even quiet villages hum with life, and returning to favorite zones after story beats changes your read of the place. Best way to experience? Play on a large screen to take in vistas and slow down in towns to catch NPC rhythms. It's a story that rewards observation. Five, Ghost of Tsushima. What it delivers? A samurai saga that marries cinematic swordplay to elegant visual composition. How it plays? Combat is rhythmic and deliberate. Stealth offers a quieter route. The director's touch is clear in wind-swept grass, frame composition, and soundtrack choices. Story moments are staged as vignettes, from intimate exchanges to sweeping cavalry charges. Why it matters now? Its aesthetic still feels fresh. The game's use of silence and sound punctuates emotional beats. Replaying key chapters emphasizes the moral trade-offs and shades of honor. Best way to experience? Turn on cinematic camera when available, listen to the score through decent speakers, and play at dusk for natural color matching between the game and your room.
And I would do it again.
The Mongols have changed you, young master.
4. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves. What it delivers? Blockbuster treasure hunting with a focus on character chemistry and scripted spectacle. How it plays? Platforming and shootouts are interwoven with tightly directed set pieces. Pacing is pitch perfect for cinematic suspense. The dialogue crackles, and the editing gives you reaction shots that feel handcrafted. Why it matters now? The remastered collection packages 2 late-era adventures that show how interactive spectacle can still center on human moments, humor, regret, and the cost of obsession. Best way to experience? Use HDR, sit back, and treat chase sequences like action cinema. Focus on the beats, not the fastest route.
Look, Nate, I'm gonna make you a one-time offer. Drop everything.
3. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. What it delivers? A superhero story that swings between high-octane set pieces and intimate character stakes. How it plays? Traversal is a joy. Momentum-based web swinging feels like choreography. Combat blends acrobatics with gadget timing. Narrative is driven by relationships, mentorship, rivalry, responsibility, and scenes shift from rooftop vistas to cramped, intense confrontations. Why it matters now? The sequel deepens both mechanics and emotions. Villains feel personal, stakes escalate, and the city itself reacts to your presence. Replays highlight new dialogue options and side stories you missed the first time. Best way to experience? Play in performance mode for tight responsiveness and use headphones to catch ambient cityscapes. They carry emotional texture.
I let you in the underground because I thought you understood.
I do understand.
2. God of War Ragnarök. What it delivers? Mythic father-son drama wrapped in cinematic, visceral combat and blockbuster environmental storytelling. How it plays? Encounters are heady and tactile. Exploration serves character beats. The narrative is intimate amid colossal scale. Personal conversations occur in the shadow of gods. The camera often favors close frames that reveal faces and small gestures. Why it matters now? Its emotional core is refined. Choices and consequences echo through the world, and your relationship with the protagonist's son. Repeat plays emphasize how the score and silence sculpt meaning. Best way to experience? Use the highest visual preset and a good soundbar. The mix of dialogue and orchestral stings is a primary delivery method.
That you are safe.
But that's not all that matters. Who's keeping you safe?
I do not need you.
1. The Last of Us Part 2, number 1 on this list. What it delivers? A modern masterclass in interactive drama. Risky, uncompromising, and emotionally raw. How it plays? Mechanics and narrative are fused. Combat is intimate and brutal. Exploration reveals grief and memory. And performance capture sells micro-emotional shifts that most films miss. The pacing forces you to live through escalation and aftermath. Choices in how you approach sequences affect what you feel, not just what you see. Why it matters now? It remains a high watermark for character-driven storytelling in the medium. The story isn't comfortable, and that's the point. It's meant to sit with you. Every revisit showcases different acting beats and tighter noticing of background detail. Best way to experience? Play with minimal HUD in a dark room and full surround or quality headphones. Pause after major beats to let silence land. Treat the run like a heavy film. It rewards attention. There's no single method to tell a moving story in an interactive medium. Some of these experiences use spectacle to land emotion. Others rely on silence, small gestures, and layered systems to let meaning grow. Play them for their mechanics, yes, but also sit with their moments. Turn off distractions, listen to the sound, and let the scenes breathe. Which title on this list grabbed you the most? And what scene stuck in your head? Drop the name and a short line about why into the comments. I'll read the best responses and feature them in the next deep dive.